There we go. Yeah, I'm live streaming. So this is a little bit different. I am streaming some Days Gone Horde Assault. I am in my new place right now. I am toying around with a bunch of the settings, which is kind of Greek to me. So once again, I apologize. Once I figure everything out here, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not streaming Expedition 33. I don't know why my settings did not save, but let's just change that and see if that works. There we go. So ignore that message from Stream Elements. I'm not streaming Expedition 33. I don't know when I'm gonna get back to Expedition 33. I do like that game. I have some things to say about it because I'm seeing a lot of glazing about it as well. So I'm probably gonna talk about that on this live stream. I'm seeing people say Expedition would have easily beat GTA 6. I'm like, just I'm sorry, man. I think if GTA 6 came out this year, Expedition would have lost. I'm sorry. Because the problem is that it's a good game, right? But Expedition 33, people were scared of GTA 6 coming out this year because that would have been the competition for Expedition 33. So if you are fear-mongering about the GTA delay and you're like, oh, thank God that it got moved, it means that that was the real threat to that game for Game of the Year. So why are you scared? It's like fucking what's that character's name? Oh my god, her name eludes me. I literally want to see this movie so bad. Sinners, the chicken Sinners. I forget her real name though. Haley Steinfeld. When she gets all up on Michael B. Jordan's character, she says, "Oh, you scared? You scared?" It's like that's how that shit is. These people are scared. That game was coming out near Expedition 33 on the year because they wanted the Game of the Year so bad. It's like you wouldn't be scared of the competition if that wasn't the case. So I just thought that shit was hilarious to me. That's super funny to me. Sometimes people, like I said, when a game gets like a 90, that's when people start getting crazy. They start saying crazy shit, dude. And I was having a riot that whole entire time when that was going down. But let's see. We're gonna share this out on Blue Sky. I'm gonna grab some V8. And then we're gonna stream some Horde Assault. I'm probably gonna get fucked up in this mode because I haven't played Days Gone in like forever, dude. Let's see, let's share my stream out. So, oh, Blue Sky here. I should have done this earlier, but you know what, fuck it. Because I'm just now setting this up. I might sound a little bit more echoey than normal. That's something I apologize for because that's just how my room is built now. Playing Days Gone Remastered, come say hi. Also, this is just a stream test. I don't know if shit is gonna fuck up. I don't know how this is gonna go on this internet in particular. It says I have 3 bars. I'm not sure how that would go for like online and then streaming at the same time. If anything is messed up on the live stream, please let me know. I'm going to get some water and then I will be back to stream the game in like a minute. So I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Give me 1 second. My dog just like jumped out of plain sight. It's like, what's happening? Oh shit. There we go. Nice high quality water. Water. Alright, let's get my ass kicked. Where is my PS5 controller? Right there. Alright. See, Horde Assault. What's up? What's up? How's it going? I am just playing some Days Gone Remastered because I wanted to do a test stream. I might stay up for a bit. I was waiting on some friends to see if they were gonna play Phasmophobia, but I guess not, so I figured I might as well do a live stream just in case and see how the internet fares in this new place. I don't know who I want to play with. Why is there like a bald chick in this? I have no problems with bald people though. I have no issues with them. I think there were people that was freaking out way too much about the intergalactic woman. I was like, yeah, she still could be a good character. We don't know. We have to see how that game fares when it comes out, just like every other game. I'll be young Deacon. Why not? Okay. Let's see. Yo, Ren, what do you think of the Gears of War remaster coming out same week as MGS? I guess... shit, how can I put this? It's literally like the third time. Like they didn't they already do a Gears of War remaster? It was, I forget the name. Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Yeah, I remember that. I remember. I think I have it too. That's something I may play on stream. Hold on, let me get my bar out of the way because one thing about my new room is that my TV's like across the room. It makes it difficult to see shit with my banners in the way. So I kind of have to remove it to see certain buttons. No, like anyone who has grifted on intergalactic, I put it like this. They always have a chance of fucking up since the game is unreleased, and we might not get that game till like what, 2027 or late 2026. It's just like, I don't understand the point of someone passing judgment on a game that is unreleased and it's nowhere near completion. I understand, hey, you can talk about certain games if they're unreleased, or you can make predictions of whatnot, but if you just simply say, hey, this is gonna fail, blah blah blah, and you don't call that right, oh, you just made a video that did not age well. So it is what it is. That's why it's kind of funny that people are saying, oh, Intergalactic has failed already. I'm like, where's your time machine? I need that time machine. I need it now, ASAP. Oh! Oh! Oh, fuck. They're fucking me up. Oh! Okay. This is off to a very bad start. I don't know why I decided to go into a horde of zombies with a knife only. Oh! At least I can slide. There's that. Dude! Oh my god, they're fucking me up. I feel like Deacon is just toilet paper against these fucking things, dude. Oh! Heal, heal, heal. There we go. I got hit like 6 times. That's great. Motherfucker. Oh, you piece of shit. Oh, alright. I think that's the last one. No, it's not. What Oh! Oh! Oh, no! No! Not my bike! My bike! Here we go. I don't think slow-mo's gonna help my ass though, cause like they're square on me. Where'd he come from? Oh, little bitch! Fuck you. Oh my god. Okay, when there have been moments where I died to a door in Days Gone, and I don't know how that happened. There have been moments where I've seen glitches. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the Days Gone glitches, but they have been astronomically hilarious. I'm talking, I saw triangles like, I see one right there. Look, see, that guy's dead, but it's like he's still walking it as this. I just, and I can't hit him. Oh, man, okay. Alright, I picked up the bike. Get on it. Get on the bike. There we go. There we go. I don't know about you, but like every time people keep saying, what the? Where'd he come from? Hold on. Fuck you, bitch. Fucking wolves, man. I keep forgetting the motto of this game is like, the world comes for you. They didn't even spawn the other enemies yet. Alright, where was I? Oh, before I was rudely interrupted. Okay, yeah, I don't know about you, but every singular time on social media, every singular time, there's always someone that says, oh, Last of Us is dead, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden fucking Naughty Dog is trending, or the show's trending, or some other shit, or people's always watching it, which is weird. That's not the definition of dead, in my personal opinion. Dead is like something that barely anyone is talking about. That's the definition of dead. Like a game that came and went, or a franchise that came and went, and nobody's referring to it whatsoever. What is the definition of dead, in my opinion? Damn, I don't know. I would say not really anyone is talking about Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League anymore. That's the definition of dead. But not Last of Us, dude. Like there's people still, it's still people talking about wanting a part 3 all the fucking time. They keep hounding that man in interviews. Where's part 3? Where is that coming out? Oh, like, goddamn, relax. So why dude making a completely different game? And you asking about a game that's not even in development yet? Oh, they're not making a Days Gone 2. Oh, I keep forgetting about that too. I don't hate this game though. I remember playing it before. Is the horde like straight on my ass, or I didn't even have time to like search for supplies, man. I think Days Gone was just okay, they could take this gameplay and definitely do something better with it, which is kind of what they're trying to do with their new project, Sony Ben. It's gonna have gameplay features and functionality of Days Gone, but it's not Days Gone. It's like a completely new and different IP. I definitely don't mind the sort of run around open world, there's people chasing you gameplay, the world is after you. They could do something a lot more interesting with it, for sure. Fucking guys, like, get fucked, you piece of shit. This chasing me. Luckily, the trains don't work anymore. Otherwise, I would have been on this little stretch of highway. Imagine going ragdoll and Days Gone. There's got to be an encampment somewhere. This has to be it, because I need supplies like now. Let's go in here. Open. We got ammo. I need a different gun. This gun I have is terrible. I hear something. What the fuck is that? My controller's like going crazy right now. Huh? Piece of shit. Maybe it's because I'm dying. There. Oh! Just thank God I saw like the corner of my eye. Wait, pipe bomb, a Molotov cocktail. Oh shit! You bitch, come here. Ole! Oh! Say hello to my wife, which is this 2x4. Holy shit! Here. Have that. Have that. Ah! Oh, mommy! They're trying to gangbang me. I still have slow-mo. This gun is a piece of fucking shit. SMG has to be the weakest gun in the game. Oh! Wait. I'm getting out of here. Napalm, Molotov, fuck! That's one! Holy Jesus! That's two! Oh god! Oh! Burn, bitch! Wait, hold on! Turn around! Hey! They haven't showed too much of it to even be enthused about. Like, I'm not even saying, okay, you can't be enthused about Intergalactic. That's not what I'm saying. They haven't shown any gameplay of the game, so it's kind of dumb for people to say, oh well, I'm gonna write this game off or whatever. Like, when they show gameplay, it could be actually pretty entertaining. So that's one of those things where it's like, even at the most basic opinion, one should say, hey, I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I actually see gameplay of this product, which is fair. I'm playing Days Gone right now. What? Oh! 2% health. And we heal. Let's go. I didn't die. I did not die. I got like stuck in a corner. That was weird. How'd I get set on fire? How the weird animations, man. That's what I got. Ah! More freakers, more problems. Just like that. Like, I'm excited for the game, but I do feel like there are people that are way too judgmental about it right now. That's like saying, like, I mean, that's fine. If someone says they're not interested in something, I would expect them to not talk about it anymore after the fact, but you know how people are online. People say they're not interested in something, and then they automatically revert when there is gameplay or there is further updates or there is something on it, and I just think that's kind of weird. I don't like that philosophy and mentality. I'm like, if you don't want something, leave it be. I don't know what to say. Just let it exist for other people that want to get into discussions like that. I don't get someone saying, I'm not interested in this particular game, but I'm going to waste hours upon minutes upon seconds talking about it every single second, every goddamn day. I just find that to be weird. What do you think of Gears coming to PS5? You think this is basically a Sega moment for Microsoft? So Gears coming to PlayStation is... I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm going to say that I don't like the idea of a exclusive franchise coming to another platform, like Gears or whatever. In my personal opinion, it's fair, it's fine for people to play more of the game. I'm not saying that, but for me personally, I'm not gonna play Gears on PlayStation because it doesn't feel right. It feels like, hey, Gears is a franchise that I grew up with on Xbox. I'm just gonna play it on Xbox. You know, PlayStation people, you can have fun. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying that for me personally, that's like playing Astrobot on Xbox. Like, why? I would rather... I have an Xbox, I have a PlayStation. I would rather play the PlayStation game on the PlayStation console. And the same goes for Xbox. I would rather play Halo on my Series S. But I'm all for people playing the game if they never played it for the first time in history. I think the online is gonna definitely have a resurgence from those PS5 players for sure. And it's gonna be more people playing, so that's not a bad thing. Is Microsoft way too nice to Sony when they shouldn't be at times? Yes, I can kind of say that. It's true. But oh, hello. Oh, what the fuck? Where'd they come from? Hold on. Yeah. Oh god. Oh, this gun is even worse. I have a grenade. I'm throwing one. And I'm still running. Just because I threw one does not mean that they're not gonna stop. Threw another one. Have to agree. PlayStation games should stay on PlayStation. Xbox should stay on Xbox. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It just feels like weird, strange behavior that doesn't feel right. Same for Nintendo. Like, if I had a Nintendo Switch 2 and Metroid 4 was like multiplat, just hypothetically speaking, I will play Metroid 4 on the Switch 2. Like, that's where I will go. This is for people who really don't have a choice, or they are stuck to like PlayStation and they want to play Xbox games. Like, that's fine too. That's totally fine. No, I said that hypothetically. We will never see Mario on an Xbox platform, but I'm just saying if something like that ever happened and I owned all the systems, I would play the respective franchise on the respective system. What the fuck? Dude, no way, dude. That grenade was like mid-range. There was no way that was near me. I think explosives in this game are really, really, really weird. Oh, man. Well, attempt to... Dude, they're fucking me up. I don't like that all of them are bald. I like, why are there so many bald zombies in this game? What the heck? Why are they all bald? It's just somebody got hair in the apocalypse. Come on, man. Fuck you. I don't know though. We are going into different terrain. We are seeing the Forza games on PlayStation. I'm like, don't you guys have Gran Turismo? Like, what the fuck is? Very interesting developments. But yeah, I think Microsoft out of the three, Microsoft is the most generous to giving their stuff away. They will give it up, and I get it. It's for the money. There's been plenty of conversations with Phil Spencer saying that, oh, it's to help our sales. It's to give the money, because they know that. I don't know if they know that. No, I think they do know. The Game Pass is hard to sustain. It really is. So that's why. Dude, and Jesus Christ, like, Xbox just went up on the prices. I talked about this in a video, and I was just like, thank God I got a Series S when I did for free, because holy fuck. Wait, did the price of the Series S actually go up with that price hike? That's something I need to know. Xbox price hike. Oh... The Series S is now more expensive than the PS5. What? What is going on? That is insane. Hold on, wait. It went up from, it was $349.99 and now it's $429.99. So it's actually more expensive than the PS5. Wow, bro. And that's supposed to be like the entry Xbox console, the weaker one. Just give it time. Sony is going to be right behind them. I guarantee you they are going to raise their prices as well. You're going to see the base PS5 go up, and you're going to see the PlayStation Pro go up as well. Cause fuck that shit. They're gonna do it. If they don't, it's a miracle. That's why I keep telling people, like, don't think, oh, PlayStation's not following suit with the tariffs. Sony's not gonna do that. It'll be a miracle if they don't, because everything is going up at this point. Nintendo had their little compromise, but they're still being affected by tariffs. They kind of just said, well, we're not putting the console up, but hey, your accessories? Oh no, that's a little bit different. Oh man, dude, we're all getting fucked as Americans and worldwide and everything. This stuff sucks. I am not excited for the next generation of consoles at all, because guess what? It's going to be so overly expensive. It's like, why bother? Because you're gonna have $900 consoles. You're gonna have $80 or $90 controllers, and it's gonna be some people that's like, hey, I have a family to feed. It's just like, what is the gaming has gotten so expensive at this rate? Jesus Christ. So I do understand why people are just kind of like, this is all sucky and it sucks ass. And some people are just kind of like, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to be a patient gamer. That's what I'm calling them now. The patient gamers. I'm going to wait until everything is cheap to my wish, and I don't care if it's like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I will wait. And you know what? You know what I gotta say? I respect those people. I respect where you coming from. I get it. I know where you're coming from. Of course, sometimes I'm gonna wait. Other times I need instant gratification. But I respect that. Oh man, dude. The patient gamers. That's the new one. I like that a lot though. Oh fuck. My Xbox has no casing over the body. I don't think mine has one either. I just have a plain Jane black Xbox Series S. That's it. Although I would like to get a better casing. I thought about seeing if they have one for Bleach. Because that's like one of my favorite anime series that I recently got into. So if they have the Bleach skull, I'll put it on my Xbox, no problem. And maybe flaunt it off, take some pictures of it. Oh, the bear frame. Damn. Well. Oh, man. That is, I would like to think that for all my consoles so far, all of them look normal. Except, hold on, let me think. I think my Wii is kind of fucked up. Yeah, I think my Nintendo Wii that I have in cold storage, it is not really looking too good, but it still works. But then again, I don't play on the Wii no more. I only used it for my GameCube disc because I wanted to play Resident Evil Remake. And I didn't know. This was before they did all the remasters. I was like, thank you, good guy Capcom, for remastering that game so I could buy it. The only place to play Resident Evil Remake during that time was on the Wii. And then it was like it came to PS3 and all the other consoles. I'm like, oh, bet. And that's the first thing I bought when it came out. My old Xbox, which was an X, got stolen, and my sis boyfriend game his old Xbox Series S, which is this bear one. Oh, okay. Damn, that sucks that somebody took your. I hate thieves, especially gaming fucking thieves. I've been there before. There was, I believe it was Call of Duty. I got taken for a ride, because I let my friend borrow Call of Duty and he never gave it back. And you know what I said? As soon as that happened, I was like, from that day forward, I am not letting people borrow my games no more unless they are super close. Unless they're like probably a girlfriend or something. But if it's just a random friend, I ain't letting nobody else borrow my games because they don't give them back. And that only happened to me 2 times. That happened to me with Call of Duty 4, you know, the first Modern Warfare, and then it happened to me again with Siphon Filter 2. And then I just told myself, I'm not letting people borrow my games no more. That's it. Unless we fucking, that's the only way I'm letting you borrow my games. But if we not, then no. That's just a lot of trust. And the only thing I ask is, please give me the game back when you're finished. And people couldn't even do that. So yeah, I stopped doing it like long ago. But if like somebody comes over that's like a family member and they want to see what I'm playing, they're more than liable to do so. I remember the first time that some of my cousins were watching me play Last of Us and they thought it was cool. I was like, oh, what's this game? Oh, you really just beamed that zombie in the head with a brick. I was like, yeah, this is Last of Us. Last of Us is fun. It's definitely a fun game. And that's the moment when you have cousins over and they don't know what's going on. And they just love the gameplay. That's the greatest thing. Oh boy. This is... I'm gonna take the med kit. I feel like that's just better. Machete. It's more durability, but it's less damage. Huh. As for consoles, I don't think that I only lent one console out to someone, and it was my PS2, but they gave it back. So like, that was a sigh of relief. They actually gave my PS2 back. I only lent one console out, and that was it. Not to get into spoilers, but you hear people crying about the newest episode of The Last of Us. Critical Drinker made a video. What the fuck was his argument? I have no idea. What was he saying? Do you know a generalized context of his argument? The only thing I know about that video is that he was using the dislike bombs to justify his point. And I'm just kind of like, okay, at this point, for dislike bombing, right? Yes, audience can put their score onto something. And that should be allowed, right? But here's the thing. What are the people actually saying? Like, if someone gives something a 0 and they don't have a lot of context to what is going on. Like, if someone says, oh, I gave this episode a 0 because 2 women managed to kiss, that's not a fucking good criticism. I'm sorry. Like, you need to break down what is bad about the episode point for point. Was the pacing bad, or was the characters bad in this moment, or how was the writing? How was the ending? How did they handle things going from the game to the actual show? How was the changes? Like, there are people that will make a review and they will not go into detail about none of that, and it's just a shit review. I'm sorry, like, not all reviews are great. Some reviews are just shit, and they completely just say something one note, and you have basically someone just crying like a baby, and the only thing you're asking is that, how did you feel about the show itself? Fuck the fact that 2 people kiss for a second. How was the overall show as a product? That's the only answer that I'm asking for, and some people can't even be asked enough to do that. And I think if someone makes a review that is very, very one note, then it's not a review worth listening to at all. It's not. Like, how are the characters? Are the characters bad? Etc. You got to put in more details. That's why every time I make a review, I go point for point, and I say this for TV. There are things that I like, there are things that I feel mixed about, and I explain it. And then there's things that I'm negative about, or they could have fixed, and then I explain it. There is no excuse for anyone else. If you can't go point for point about some of the stuff you disliked about a TV show, then you're just whining to whine. That's how I see it. Well, again, people don't see. This is why I want the ratings to come out. I don't think they've showed all the Nielsen ratings from The Last of Us after the first episode, but I would imagine it's still pretty high because, again, people have been watching the shit out of it. I think it had the biggest premiere since the first season, which is literally 5 times the people that were watching it. So if that's the only point, then I believe that people just need to wait until the entire Nielsen ratings come out, and then you can make an opinion on that. I have no gas in my bike. That's bad. That's really bad, dude. Yes, talking about viewership is not a review. Like, that just tells me, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, okay, viewership is important to a show, yes, but it's not important to the overall quality of the show. There's a difference. Holy shit. There is a difference. Like, viewership and views and all that stuff. It's just like when people kind of talk about sales. They fucking suck their fucking dicks over sales and shit. Oh, the sales of a game, blah, blah, blah. But they don't talk about the quality of the game itself Like, the sales is something for the publishers, and the fact that, hey, are we getting a sequel or not? That's what sales tell us. They don't tell us about the, oh my god, dude. They don't tell us about the quality of the goddamn product. Like, come on, man. Jesus Christ. Alright, that was too many zombies to handle for sure. Take 3. Dude, that's so funny. They just ate you alive, my guy. Yeah. It's that Wukong point is funny. Wukong sold a lot of money. And it's a no-brainer because China came out for that game to support it. But it was not Game of the Year. Astrobot won Game of the Year. So it shows that sales, if it was a sales contest for Game of the Year, Wukong would have won easily, but Wukong did not win Game of the Year. The highest rated games of that year was Astrobot and some other titles as well. Like, and they were over Wukong. Like, I said it before, Geoff's Game of the Year awards, like, it's always who has a 9 or a 10. 8s don't matter. If you have an 8, you're fucked. Unless there is no other games that have a 9 that year. But an 8 out of 10 ain't gonna work. I don't know what to tell you. That's why Tsushima lost to Last of Us. I keep telling people, like, GL's show, it's all about who has a 9, not an 8. Who has the 9 out of 10. And that's how it always has operated so far. And then they make those games fight, and then whoever wins Game of the Year. Fucking son of a bitch. I know last time I found a station where they had guns and stuff up there. That's how I got like a MP5 or something. I already knew that the second that I would criticize Wukong, people would be like, oh no, oh Renegade is hating on Wukong. He doesn't like Wukong. So I know people would have just cried on my review, because I'm a very heavy stickler on action games, and if the game didn't impress me, I would have not liked it. So I decided to say, you know what? I am not gonna buy this game. I'm not gonna support it. I'm gonna let it burn, and that's what I did. They'll say rigged if it's a game that they don't like. Okay, I talked about this on the Discord too. That logic is dumb for a lot of reasons. When people say Sony rigged the Game Awards, right? If that is the case, I might let them kill me, because fuck it. Yeah. I'm gonna let them kill me, and then I'm gonna make my point. Or I'm gonna survive. Wow. I wasn't even trying. You know what? I'll take it, though. So let me make my point. Sony rigs GL show. Alright. Here's the problem. You know this game I'm playing, Days Gone. You know what point I'm about to make, right? You know this game I'm playing, Days Gone. Why didn't that win Game of the Year when it came out? Horizon 1 and 2. Why didn't those win Game of the Years when they came out? Sony's rigging a lot of stuff, right? It makes perfect sense that each and every one of their games should rig the entire conference itself. What else? There's got to be more PlayStation games. Returnal. That didn't win Game of the Year, right? You see what I'm saying? Dumbass logic is so dumb, dude. God of War Ragnarok, the first God of War, 2018, that won a Game of the Year, but not Ragnarok. It lost to Elden Ring. Spider-Man 2, why didn't that win Game of the Year? Spider-Man 1, why didn't that win Game of the Year? You see what I'm saying? Sony is going to win some Game of the Years. That if you say some, it makes sense. But to say they rig all of them, and I just named like a dozen games that didn't win Game of the Year, and they were Sony projects, that is the stupidest fucking opinion I think I've ever seen in my life, dude. You gotta be crazy. It's just Sony will lose Game of the Years. People will lose Game of the Years. It's fine. Have Naughty Dog lost Game of the Years? Yes, they have. I don't think that Uncharted 1, I don't think that Uncharted 4, and I don't think that Uncharted 3 won Game of the Year. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty positive. The only one I remember winning Game of the Year was Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 won Game of the Year, but Uncharted 1, 3, and 4 did not take it. And I remember people were saying like, oh, how did Uncharted 4 lose to Overwatch? How? So that was funny. Horizon lost to Zelda. Yeah. This whole Sony rigs Game of the Years is a misnomer. Because you have to bring up all the other stuff. Like Insomniac, if they rigged them, Insomniac would have been winning them left and right. But they have not. If I remember, it was God of War 2018, The Last of Us 1, and The Last of Us 2. And The Last of Us 1 beat Grand Theft Auto 5. Even Rockstar does not win Game of the Years all of the time. But I do believe they would have beaten Expedition. I'm sorry, Expedition fans, but I am seeing some mad overglazing. Like, look. I like that game. I do. I love it. It's a good game. But if it would have came out this year, if GTA 6 would have came out this year, Expedition would have had some real competition. I'm not trying to hear that it would have, oh, Expedition would have cleared GTA easily. How do you know that? Like, that's like, stop, man. It's just like, how do you know this? There are people glad that it didn't come out this year for that reason. So yes, that would have been a cold red threat to Expedition 33 if GTA 6 would have came out this year, and that is undeniable. It's undeniable. Otherwise, you wouldn't fearmonger, you wouldn't get worried, but people are. So that's how I see it. Look at this shit. Oh, at least I got an axe now. Okay, let's see what I got. I swear to God, if I get mobbed up again, what the fuck? This is like I'm always in the middle of them. Level 4 is like the worst one. It is the worst, because as soon as you get put in the circle, you're dead, dude. Alright, let me see. What time am I at right now? I'll do one more run, and then I'm gonna play something else. Shit. Ghost of Tsushima versus Last of Us Part 2. I just put it like this. I had a better time playing Last of Us in my personal opinion. That's not to say that Ghost isn't like a good game. It is. But I'm gonna be real with you. there's some parts of Tsushima's combat. It wasn't it. I'm sorry, like it wasn't it. Like that's I had some complaints about. I had two big issues. Like number one is that the story is a lot more prototypical. You can say what you want about Last of Us Part 2 story or whatever. At least it was fucking unorthodox. At least you knew as soon as Joel died, it was like you didn't know what was gonna happen. I knew every singular beat that was going to happen, and I called it when I played Ghost. I was like, oh, the uncle's gonna betray Jen or whatever. It happened. The stuff with Yuna being the strong warrior is gonna happen. Like everything I started to call in that story, I was like, yeah, this is a prototypical Kurosawa sort of tale with Jin and everything. And Jin is not the best PlayStation protagonist. It's just, yeah, it's just and then the gameplay. Now Tsushima has fun gameplay, great gameplay even, but there were parts where it didn't work out too well, namely what they patched in the director's cut, which was fighting indoors. Fighting indoors in Ghost of Tsushima is trash. Like, the camera would get stuck on every singular wooden object, every wall, and you can't see shit. You don't have that problem in Last of Us. You don't get camera issues when you're fighting the infected, no matter if it's hand-to-hand or gunplay. And there were people out there acting like there weren't any problems with Ghost of Tsushima's combat at the time. It's like, okay, if they aren't problems, why are they patching fighting indoors? Like, come on, man, let's be real, dude. I said it best. I was like, when Tsushima got an 8 and people were pissed that it got an 8 out of 10, I was like, why are you angry? Because this is exactly how the game should be. It is a good game, but it is not a great game. It is not a masterpiece 10 out of 10 because more of the flaws just like stick out, dude. And then there's the thing that people don't like to admit, which is it is definitely a more homogenized like Assassin's Creed, but it's in Japan. And then for some weird reason people were like, oh well, Tsushima was first because it was the first game to do an AC like gameplay in Japan, which I thought was like so fucking funny because people asked for AC Japan for the longest before Ghost of Tsushima ever came out. And I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, oh my god. And then it's like, oh, go play Tsushima instead of AC Shadows, and I just thought all that shit was funny. I'm like, people, you do realize that people ask for an AC game in Japan for the longest time, right? Well before Tsushima was made. Well before that game was made. And I like I said, I like Tsushima, I like Shadows, but I'm not going to forget history, because that's literally what we saw during that time. I do think that Ubisoft's statement was like kind of stupid. You know, Japan just seems to be the average thing that most people do, or something equivalent to that, and I didn't think it was a good statement at all. And now they are in Japan with their new game, which is funny. I guess it's not so generic after all, but it's just, you know, whatever. That's kind of how I feel about it. Now and there's another thing, like, now people were like, oh, Tsushima is this masterpiece or whatever. Now Ghost of Yotei is this fucking woke disaster because there's a woman protagonist, and then there's these dumbasses that are like, oh, fuck, well, I don't like Erika Ishii's politics or whatever. I'm like, bruh, 99.9% of the voice actors you know are fucking political. I don't know if you noticed that, but they are. Like, most voice actors are political people. I love Yuri Lowenthal, for example, right? He's political as shit. Scroll his timeline, you're gonna see his there. Spider-Man, he is political as fuck. You're gonna have to understand that even if they are your favorite voice actor, they can be political. Like fucking, I like Ruben Langdon. Do I always agree with everything that he says? No, he's political as fuck, dude. But am I gonna say he's like the worst Dante ever? No. He's a great Dante. He's fucking great. Yeah, but most voice actors that you know are political people. The only reason that I say, hey man, maybe Ruben should stall out a bit is because I don't want that man to get fired from Capcom. Why can't I move? Oh my god, why can't I move? I want to redo. I want to fucking redo. I want to redo. I want to redo. Wait, can I buy stuff now? Can I buy stuff? I just want to see if I can buy stuff. Dude, it's a lot of voice actors that are political. Most of all the ones you like probably have talked about politics one way or the other. And that's just a fact of life. In my personal opinion, I don't care. You know? Everyone's entitled to what they believe. It's whatever. It's not going to impact the performance of the character because that is up to the script writers and the voice direction. And if you don't like Erika Ishii, just play it on Japanese. Like the fuck? like easy problems have easy solutions. When I was watching, I think it's no, not watching. When I was playing AC Shadows, people are saying, oh, the voice acting for English is the worst voice acting of all time. This is the worst in the world. How are you playing the game like this? And I'm like, bro, I'm playing the game on Japanese and I'm enjoying what I'm hearing on Japanese. And then that dude stopped talking because it was like he couldn't tell me nothing. I was like, I'm playing the game on Japanese. I'm loving the game on Japanese. That's what I'm playing it on. The same for Tsushima. When I play that and boot that up, I don't play on English. I think Jin sounds boring in English. So I play it on Japanese. And I have a better time. Some of the Ninja Gaidens, I think Ninja Gaiden 2 in particular, is a game I play predominantly on Japanese, even though I like what is his name, Josh Keaton as Ryu Hayabusa. I play that game on Japanese. So if you don't like the English cast, play on Japanese. Like, why the fuck are we talking about an actress who we don't like when we can control the language barrier? Like, you can still be able to criticize the voices. That's fine, but this is a game that's not out yet to be judged voice wise. If the lines sound bad, then we can talk about it. You know, I thought some of the lines in Ghost was, it's just, I don't know. Daisuke Tsuchi, I think his name is. I just think he sounds better in other roles. That's not just Jin Sakai. Shit, I prefer him as Scorpion over Jin Sakai. That might be like a hot take, but that's kind of how I feel. I feel like his Scorpion resonates a little bit more to me than Jin Sakai, who sounds bored and like 90% of his dialogue. I have an issue with a person if they are a huge extremist, like an anti-woke or just a complete asshole. Yeah, I don't... Is there such a thing as extremist voice actors? Probably so. Yeah, at that point, if they are, like, if they're rallying for people to die or whatever, I can kind of see. But most voice actors are probably not gonna do that because their jobs are gonna be on the line, unless they are being a protected class, which also can happen, but that's rare situations too. So yeah, you can find extremist voice actors at that point, but it's just I don't think that she's an extremist VA. I just think that she doesn't want to deal with harassment. She put people on that block bot, like Grums and shit like that, and then I said, hey man, if you don't want to interact or talk to these people in particular who had nothing good to say to you anyway, more power to you, because if someone is, like, if I was in a situation where I blocked someone and they screenshotted it, and it's just I had no interaction with them whatsoever, I was just like, I don't want to see this person on my feed. And then I block them, and then they are quick to screenshot it and say, oh, this bitch, look at this bitch over here. They had nothing positive to say. They were never going to open up any civil discussion whatsoever if they're just cursing you out for fucking saying, hey, I just don't want to see your feed. That's it. And if it's people like that, then I don't, you know, they probably deserve to be blocked. They probably were going to do some harassment campaign. It's just kind of weird. Like, someone will harass you, but then they will say it's not harassment. Like, what the fuck? That's just... Yo, if you about to approach someone's feed, dog, and you about to curse them the fuck out, like 8 ways from Sunday, and you say you're not harassing them, what? Like, what kind of world have we got into these days where people are like, harassment is not harassment? Like, what the fuck is that, dude? Yeah, if I plan to curse someone out and that is not a civil discussion, and I went to their feed and I started doing all that shit, I started like hounding them or posting them in like every post or whatever, and they haven't said anything to me, and I'm just starting shit with them, that's harassment, dude. Yes, that is definitely harassment. Like, I'm ready to curse you the fuck out for no reason. Harassment. Now, if I say something like, oh, well, the game is out now, and I'm not really too fond of this performance, I think maybe if they would have enhanced the script a little bit to have you say a certain line in a certain way, it kind of killed some of the emotion. Hopefully, your next role, pretty cool, but I didn't like this role that much. I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly fine. That's more civilized than need be. Or if you say I didn't like this person's character and you're not hating on them in particular, like that's just you hating on the character, not the actor. And if you're just trying to give a little bit of advice or something like that, that's fine. That's cool. But there's dudes out here that would straight say, fuck you. They think that that's not harassment. Or better yet, the mental midgets who can't separate fiction from reality that will go and attack the fucking Star Wars actors as if they are the real characters. Those are the real fucking idiots, dude. Cause it's just like, huh? I don't hate the character, not the actor. I don't understand. That's weird, dude. Not a lot of ammo left. That's not good. I don't think I have any more left. Yeah, dude, like, it's just... I always separate reality from fiction. It's like... I don't think I've ever went on someone's feed to grief on a performance. I would just simply say, I ain't feeling this character too much, but good job. Good job for at least being, well, not good job for at least the performance, but good job for getting another role or whatever, or hopefully you improve. Shit like that. I don't think I ever had the opportunity to be in a situation like that, but I wouldn't. I would not be like, I'm gonna make 20 videos on someone just for a acting role. I think that's unhinged. Like, if you make 20 videos on someone like Brie Larson just because of a movie, that's unhinged. Like, everything I have to say about one film that I don't like can be summarized in 2 or 3 videos, at maximum 1. All right, if I don't like a movie, I can make one video and just say fuck this movie. That's it. So I don't have to make like 20 videos on one person. I think the most I've made is like, how many, 6 or 7? But never 20, dude. But I did have to keep exposing My Name is Death. That dude was a pure, true idiot. And then that little saga was funny. Yeah, yeah, that dude's a terrible YouTuber. Oh my god, man. But yeah, it's I don't know, we could do something more productive than to just keep going after actor after actor after actor after actor. Maybe if someone made a really disagreeable statement, maybe I can see someone disagreeing with it, but not to the point of how should I pull it? Malice? Yeah. If it's like true hatred, then I don't know. Well, it's like, I don't know this person. I'm not in Hollywood. I do not know this actor, so I do not have true hate towards an actor for existing. Oh my god, dude. I knew I should have got off the bike. People are weird, man. People are so weird. Like, people shouldn't need bodyguards because they said something on the internet. Or the fact that they exist. I have no ammo. Well, I mean, even that's weird. Like, everyone's going to want to play a dream role. So if she wants to play Samus, then I mean, everyone has a dream role that they want to play, and I don't think we should be surprised if a lot of them are video game characters and adaptations. Like, I'm gonna be real with people who hate adaptations. You're gonna see a lot more of them because they have been getting successful, and these companies know that these adaptations are something that will make money if done right. Like, we're already, I never in a million years thought that we would get to a point where we would see a Legend of Zelda movie, but it's coming, it's happening. They're doing a live action Legend of Zelda. Will it be good? That remains up to interpretation when it comes out in 2027? But it's happening. They are going to film the movie probably next year, and is going to release in 2027, I believe. You're gonna see, by that time, when we get to that point, it's gonna be a lot more live action video game movies and TV shows, and you're gonna see some of them succeed, where they get a lot of money and then the video game sells a lot more, because now creators are starting to see that as, oh, we have another way to get the casual market into the video game. Let's make a live action TV show, or let's make a live action movie, because that's gonna make the game sell more. Now you're also gonna see bad adaptations as well. You're gonna see a couple of those. For every good video game adaptation, there's always gonna be something like Borderlands, and it's gonna make you scratch your head. But personally, in my opinion, I believe that the paradigm of good video game adaptations is at least better than what it used to be. Because how it used to be is that every time a video game adaptation would come out, they would be bad like 90% of the time. Now that number is like 60. Now it's like it's lower now, because we've been getting some good ones like Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, Sonic. What else? The Last of Us, Fallout. We've been getting some pretty good ones so far, but they're still bad ones. Turn it on. I think it needs gas. Fuck. I think there's a horde coming. Oh shit. As for adaptations I want to see, what? Oh fuck. I gotta try that one more time. Oh my god. Adaptations I want to see. I think someone made a good one. Red Dead. I think Red Dead. Red Dead as an adaptation would be pretty sick. Because I came in to death. I did. I got swamped in the corner. Because you could make a story out of Red Dead. Maybe some early years of John Marston before Red Dead Redemption 2. And it will work out just fine. Just get a really good actor. Far Cry, yeah, a Far Cry adaptation would be pretty dope. If they could do that right, you have the marquee villain played by a famous actor. Just make him go crazy and put in an interesting plot. What else do I think would be a cool adaptation to do? I agree with Sifu. Because we need more Kung Fu, and we don't have a lot of Kung Fu stuff out there. Sleeping Dogs, they were going to do a movie on that, but unfortunately that got canceled and canned. Damn. Yakuza. I think they did a couple of live action renditions of Yakuza, but I'm not sure if they're any good. Let me look on my list real quick and see what else could they do. Ay. People say they can't do GTA. GTA wouldn't be interesting, but if you make a good crime drama, that'd be nice, right? I wouldn't mind GTA at all. Let's see. I don't know about Castlevania live action. I do like the TV shows though. Same for Final Fantasy. I don't know about another Final Fantasy adaptation unless it's like CGI, because I did like Advent Children. I did. Let me see what else we got down here that they could sort of workshop in. Onimusha probably would be real cool if it was live action. It depends on who is doing it. I think it can be done. I really do. A good Resident Evil live action we got so many bad ones though. I guess we have to see what Zach Krieger does with Resident Evil next year, because they are making another reboot, and I just hope it's good. I just hope it's good. We're getting a Streets of Rage movie, yeah. So you could do a couple of things. What else do I have in here? Jesus Christ. We did get a Monster Hunter live action movie. Concord. Mafia would be good. You could definitely do something out of Mafia. Wait, are you saying Mega Man live act? I don't know. Maybe, I guess. They probably could do it like Sonic, where Mega Man is clearly CGI and everyone else is like human characters. Maybe you can do it that way. Damn. LA Noire would be perfect, because you're in this weird time of like detective stories, and it takes place in like the 1940s or 50s. I think you can do that with LA Noire. It's very easy. A Mega Man anime would be cool. That would be very cool. Let me continue to look at my list, because this is actually a very interesting conversation. Let's scroll down. Let's see what we got. What else could they do adaptations of? Oh, well, there was a live action Tomb Raider. I wouldn't mind seeing another one. Oh God, Stellar Blade, get it off the screen. Dead Space. You know, I really would like to see a cool live action Dead Space TV series. I think it'd be dark, dope, take it in the right direction, and you got so much lore to cover from. It's absolutely crazy. What else could they do? They already tried live action with Doom, and it sucked. It sucked. Oh. You know, I think they should take another crack at Hitman, because it can be done. Just it needs to be done in a cool, interesting way. The Order 1886 would be fire if that was like adopted. Let me think. What else? You could do a Ghost Recon, maybe For Honor, maybe like a 300 style movie. You could attempt to do that and try that out. What else do I have here? Damn, I have a lot of... Infamous would be so fucking nice. You could take another crack at Max Payne. Just forget about the first movie. just forget about the Max Payne with Mark Wahlberg and focus on something interesting and dark. COD would be good. I would like a very good COD story, and you could easily make that live action, because you could just put like some soldiers with some training. Watch Dogs would be very easy to do, actually, because you're mostly just a man who's fucking around with technology, right? I thought they were making a Watch Dogs movie. Aren't they actually making a Watch Dogs movie? They are, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna keep my eye on that. I'm gonna keep my eye on the Watch Dogs movie, and if I like it, I will let people know. If I don't, I don't. I'm hitting the zombie and he has no effect. That's... excuse me? I think my game is glitched. What the fuck? What was that? What was that? What was that? I can't explain it. Oh, don't you believe it? Son of a bitch. Ah, yes, the Gravity Rush live action movie, where it was Sony decided to show that movie unfinished, and then it was just kind of like, why? Although the shots, I think when they do finish the special effects, it's gonna look interesting. But I wouldn't have shown the alpha footage of Cat being upside down because it looked pretty weird. There's another thing too about adaptations that I kind of want to talk about. How do people feel about them making changes? Because I swear to God, it's always some people that are like, oh, I don't like this adaptation because it's not exactly the 100% same as the video game. Even good changes and good liberties taken, people don't like that. So I find that to be weird, to be honest. Because I made a video on this too. From what my friends in the Discord told me, they said that it's fine to make changes if they are good and they pay attention to the source material and it makes sense. But if they just stick to beat for beat of the game, then it is the same old shit over and over again. And it's like, well, why am I watching this movie when I can play the video game? So there are people who want changes for the better and for adaptation to pivot, but not too much. So I'm trying to figure out how much is too much, how little is too little. Oh, you got another one? Shoot. Personally speaking, I don't mind if an adaptation is not one for one. And depending on the liberties taken, I will give my thoughts from there. Jack and Dexter, a cartoon. That would be perfect. And maybe that would keep the IP afloat because not much is happening with it right now. Animation style similar to Castlevania, maybe. Depends on what they do. I think some sort of adaptation that takes place a little bit after Jack 2 or before would work, all things considered, because there is, you know, Jack getting experimented on, dark eco stuff. It Takes Two would also be it. I've never played that game. I think Split Fiction as a cartoon would be awesome. Because you can toy with the fact, oh, there's so many different game worlds that they go to, and you could make so many cool scenarios out of that animation wise. So that would be cool to do. Super Mario Brothers 2023 was a pretty good movie. I can't wait for the sequel. I enjoyed it when I watched it inside of Discord. I was like, damn, this is actually pretty good. Can't wait for the second one. These fuckers are coming after me. Oh my god. If they kill me again, then I'm gonna switch out to another game. I'll be done with survival day. Oh no! Get the binoculars off, dude. I got one more healing item. Okay, it's dead. I think half of them are dead. But I don't know, I don't mind different things. It just depends on what they do with it for adaptations. And if it's interesting, then, or if it's cool or decent, then fine. But if it's something like House of the Dead, where a fucking movie is ass, then and it doesn't add anything to the games whatsoever, it doesn't add anything to itself as an adaptation, it's just pure unadulterated slop, then I could see that being a bad adaptation. Siphon Filter will be like, most of those spy games, stealth games would be great renditions of adaptations. Splinter Cell, I don't know how the fuck they would do a Metal Gear. I think Metal Gear is a little bit too much. They keep saying, oh, we have a Metal Gear movie planned, but I feel like Metal Gear has way too much lore to be adopted into a movie format. Maybe a TV show? Talking about Big Boss? That would work. I'm not so sure about a movie because it's a lot of lore in Metal Gear. But Splinter Cell, Siphon Filter, those would be good movie adaptations if they do them right. Because you could do a bit with them, and they're not like, you're not fighting fucking 1,000-foot mechs and Siphon Filter and stuff like that. At most it's kind of grounded where you're fighting helicopters or tanks or stuff like that. They could pull that off, so to speak. Oh, they could do a Miyazaki, Dark Souls or Elden Ring for adaptation. I could see that happening. I guess most people would want it animated. Because imagine if they did that for Bloodborne. Oh, dude, an animated Bloodborne TV show would, in the vein of like Castlevania or something, would be fucking actually excellent. Oh, God. We got a few more left before the horde dissipates. Alright, headshots only, I'm out. I forgot Halo had a, oh yeah, Halo did have a TV series where Master Chief decided to stick his cock inside of the Covenant enemy. Oh my God, I keep forgetting they are doing a split fiction movie, and it's gonna be with Sydney Sweeney, and people are gonna be like, oh my God, Sydney, I'm sorry. Oh man, it's gonna be some gooning over. How do you get Sydney Sweeney as like the main, one of the main characters or something? And people are gonna be jacking off through the movie the whole time, dude. And because I think it was an argument about that in the Discord where someone was saying big tits is a marketing ploy, or people kind of like that stuff, which, well, I'm not gonna lie, as a heterosexual male, sometimes, you know, I can see the premise of this, but I'm also a bit more nuanced than that. I do not agree with some people's logic where they say, well, the only thing you need to make a game good is a hot character and that's it. And I'm like, no. I don't agree with that one. No. Yo, my health is like at 0. How am I not dead? Yeah, it's like, you know, I don't agree with that. That a hot character makes a game great, because otherwise, what is Dead or Alive 6? A lot of people shat on that game, and most of the females are super attractive, but the gameplay is something that people were like, oh, this is a step back from the last one. Let's no. So yeah, hot females do not always save video games in terms of quality. No. Bloodborne anime like Berserk. That would be fucking insane. That would be actually crazy if they did something like that. Yeah, just get the people who did the OVAs for Berserk and put them on Bloodborne. I guarantee you people gonna be there day one. I'm so scared to like hit one of them. Health cocktail. Stamina cocktail. I could run forever. Come on, let's go. What the? Okay, that was a glitch. you. Okay, now I'm dead. Stellar Blade Gooners. Oh man. Yo, I had unlimited stamina and they still managed to catch up to me. How does that even work? I don't know what they were thinking. Like, personally, the sex scene in the Halo TV series was just funny because Master Chief was inside of someone on the opposing side with the Covenant, and then Cortana was just watching him make love to this alien species. Just like, I was like, so many people were mad at that scene. I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was hilarious. It's like it was nothing to get mad about. It was just funny as fuck that she's sitting there watching him put his Johnson inside of this alien woman. It's just, it's like whoa. Ay. And then some people say Halo Season 2 is a little bit better, but there was one fight scene that I watched that was actually kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie, where Chief was fighting hand to hand, but it's so weird. See, the thing to me is, it's so weird seeing Master Chief out of the suit. So when he was fighting hand to hand as a normal guy, I'm just like, this is kind of a little bit strange to me. Like, why is he fighting hand to hand as a civilian when it's just, yeah, it's just little quirks like that. It's like this fight scene would have been so epic if he had the suit on and he was using like the plasma grenades and everything. That would have been awesome. But instead, he's just fighting like a regular Joe Schmo. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. Oh shit. Cortana in the cuck chair. That's just unfortunate. Like, the virtual AI woman of your dreams just seeing you have sex with this alien woman, just with this doe-eyed face. Like, what the fuck? Oh man, that scene is so funny, dude. And then there's a lot of shots of Master Chief's like ass. I'm like, what? Why are we seeing Master Chief naked now? So someone had a fetish on that TV show, because I swear to God, some of that stuff was funny. I feel like my melee is like super broken and delayed. Even the chief actor hated that scene. I remember he made a controversial statement about saying that people who do acting in helmets, it sort of takes you out of the experience or something like that, which is why they took the helmet off of Master Chief in the show to show more of the actor. And I know some people had this criticism with the fact that they did not utilize gas masks in The Last of Us, so they decided to use tendrils in the show, which is ironic because spores are now back in season 2. How I feel about that topic at hand, though, I do think it's a lie. You can have a character convey emotions with a helmet on, and he doesn't have to show his face, or she doesn't have to show her face. You can convey emotions by body language, by the exposition of the scene, and it's just fine. We for a long time, we didn't see Vader's face until Return of the Jedi. And then we saw it like right at the end. But that whole time, Vader is conveying like a lot of emotions or a lot of thoughts beforehand. Even before he like fucking Emperor throws Palpatine, that's an object of emotion right there to save his son. to save Luke. So I'm like, yeah, that's a bunch of bullcrap to say that you can't do emotive acting and your character has a helmet on. You can do it. It is possible. It's very possible. I'm getting on my bike. Fuck this. Asshole! What the fuck? Yo, I swear that zombie just spit on me, man. I was disrespecting my corpse. The most diabolical, disrespectful zombie on the planet. I swear to God. Alright, so I had enough of Horde survival. I'm probably gonna try to play something else. Switch games pretty soon. Master Cheeks, yeah, Master Chief just naked in some of these scenes. Like I said, someone had a definite fetish for the actor, because I swear to God, I was just like, why is Master Chief just constantly naked? It's the same, you know, we're gonna change the subject. It's the same thing for Mila Jovovich in the Resident Evil movies. I'm just like, why are we seeing her naked in every Resident Evil film? It's like, and then I didn't know it at the time, but I started to put 2 and 2 together. And it was like, oh, well, the guy who made the movie, Paul Anderson, is married to the lead actress. Therefore, it is his thing to see his wife naked on screen every singular time. Now, there's nothing wrong with people who have kinks. I ain't gonna kink shame nobody, but by the time it got to like a certain point in the Arya movies and all the Alice clones were naked, I was just like, wait a minute, what? It just started becoming funny. He just wanted to show off his wife, and no disrespect to Mila Jovovich, but she's not like a thick actress or anything. So Paul Anderson is just showing off like some tiny tit for tat. I'm just you can play this game permadeath. Who would ever do this? Unless you are a Days Gone fanatic. Like, hell no. Fuck no, dude. You will never catch me playing this game on permadeath. Fuck that. You can speed run it too. I didn't even know you can speed run Days Gone. There's probably people got world records already by that time. But this was a fun conversation. When I get back from the restroom, I'm going to probably switch over to another game. I don't know what game that's going to be. I guess we'll figure it out as we go along. Let's see, what am I in the mood to actually play? I have to scroll down. I have a lot of stuff. I didn't even know I had RE7. I didn't even know I had RE7 for PS4, but I played it for PC, and it's pretty fun. It was a pretty fun ass game. It was a fun experience. I don't know, I might have to switch to the Xbox. Maybe you guys want to see more Expedition 33, or maybe something else. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. About to put on some music. Some music for the masses. Let's see. Let's find some Mega Man music. I know what theme to play. Extended. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'll be right back. I am back. I absolutely know what to play. Yeah, people who stayed might get a little bit of a treat because I've always wanted to do a live stream of this game. Uh, but I never really thought about it. So let me go ahead. I'm probably gonna switch on and off, and then I'm gonna pop back on the live stream, and you guys should see the title of what I'm playing. So, just stick around.